pausing.
Let's just go like this.
Still big enough right now?
A little bit. He's comfortable chair.
There. That sort of works.
Maybe you know how the rainbow gun?
How am I supposed to know when they're ready?
They'll let you know. Yeah.
What? Who said my name? Oh, hey.
Oh,
I mean, what?
out a little bit.
No. Yeah, we can go top of this here.
You're like that. You gotta be careful.
What is it? Are you sure?
Wait, what's in file?
That had to be.
Oh, you went Miku?
What it was? It was?
It was me.
I know it, I knew it.
How's that?
You could just.
You did?
Or wait, actually, you're actually. Because there's actually. Sorry. There's actually two slashes by the coup.
I don't know what that is.
That is coup? Okay.
Yeah,
It was right.
I'll say it's right.
it's correct.
So we got a
And I'd like to remind all of
certified
you at home who are watching, and for those of you in the room as well, that if you donate $20 during Oracle of Seasons, you will be entered
You
to
should
win a
name
prize
file
pack
number
that
2 as
contains
Luca.
Oracle of
I don't
Ages
know how
and
to
Oracle
do
of
Luca.
Seasons. So
Okay,
your money
ready?
is
Yeah, you know how?
potentially
Yeah.
going to reward you as well. That's a $20
Let's see if I remember
donation
exactly
minimum,
where the letters
and
will
you're
be at.
automatically entered to win that. You don't need to specify that you want to enter. It's just if you donate 20 or more during this block.
Enjoy.
Thanks.
So, yeah, are we ready?
Are we ready? Okay, do you want me to? I'll give you a countdown from 3. Okay, hold on. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so this is Oracle of Seasons. And there's pretty much a 2-minute cutscene for the beginning of the game, so if you have donations, go for it.
All right, I'll hit the refresh button here.
All right. But just whenever you can even feel free to cut me off, because I'll probably just be rambling out of nerves. All you have to do here is you have to talk to everyone in this little party thing, and then you have to talk to Din last. And this cutscene can sit here for like 4 seconds longer than that, and a lot of people don't know that, and a lot of speedrunners of this game don't know that, and so they just let that cutscene go. But if you mash A or B or whatever, you can end that early. But unlike Oracle of Ages, we're not given the sword by Impa, so we have to go get the sword. But first we have to watch this 2-minute cutscene that you guys aren't even gonna understand because it's in Japanese. I'll give you the story. Alright, Din was captured by this lovely man that you're gonna see named Onyx. He's really buff. There he is. He chained her to a rock, and now he's gonna turn her into crystal. And for some reason we feel that we need to save Din. Probably because Impa told us to. So, there's your storyline. This game was actually supposed to be a remake of the first Zelda, but somewhere in the process they decided, no, we're just gonna make two. Well, this was supposed to be a remake of the first Zelda, and then they were gonna make another one that was an actual new game, and that's what Ages was, I guess. So in this game you're gonna see pretty much every single boss is out of Zelda 1, which is okay, but some of them, well, I don't know if I'd say some of them. A lot of them, maybe all of them, aren't as easy as they are in Zelda 1. Shoutouts to Manhandla. And so yeah, the 2-minute cutscene's over now though, so we get to play the game. These Octoroks can be huge jerks. They were really nice to me, and that's really good. Because I don't have a sword or anything, And I'm trying to go for optimal movement here, so I can pretty much just run into them a million times if they just get in my way. And sometimes you'll try to go around them, and then they'll just go in your way anyways, and they're really mean. And a lot of times in this run, you're gonna see me moving around the overworld without a sword on. And so it's pretty much just, if enemies give you bad RNG, you're probably dead. Or you're gonna die in the dungeon once you get there. Man, you guys are quiet. This isn't even the serious part. Alright, so now we have the sword. We have the sword and we're going to the first dungeon. And I'm really glad that I don't play Ages because the first dungeon in Ages is like 10 minutes into the run and you have to do like 10 minutes of tech smashing and cutscenes and it's annoying. In the town, the season matters. Well, it doesn't matter that much, but if you get winter, you lose like 25 seconds going through the screen because this whole area is blocked off by snow. And I think in Tampa's SGDQ 2012 run, he got snow like every single time he entered the town, which is the worst luck. Oops. But yeah, no winter in this town is good. Because we can just go wherever we want.
So before we get too much further in here, can we get the couch to identify themselves, please?
Mida Requiem.
Hag spam.
Indie Kenobi.
Test Runner.
There we
Tampa.
go.
Tampa the Great.
I should have got the fairy.
And yeah, that's Banana.
Oh yeah, I'm Bananas. What's up? So a big part of this run, if you haven't already noticed, is enemy RNG. Basically this run is about learning how to adapt to enemy RNG because obviously it's pretty much never going to be the same anytime you enter a room. And you don't want to get bodied when you enter the room that you didn't get bodied in last time. So, yeah. Also, I have to get 10 rupees. Ricky won.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright, I have to get 10 rupees before the end of the second dungeon. And that can be difficult too. Because sometimes, like right now, enemies just don't drop rupees.
You remember the 10 rupee
I don't
chest,
even know
right?
where that is.
I'll tell you where it is if you actually need it.
Where is it?
Uh,
What dungeon?
Dungeon 2.
Where?
I don't know. I'll tell you when I see. Like I know where it is, but you can't expect me to tell you where it is right now.
Alright, we got one. It's a good start.
Just 9
Time to go.
9 more. Pretty much, if you don't get 9 rupees by the end of the... Ooh, my heart count. If you don't get 9 rupees by the end of the second dungeon, you have to try to dig up enough rupees to fight Blano, and you'll see him. He's an LADX mini-boss who got downgraded. A lot of the things in this game from LADX got upgraded, but... Dang it. That guy got downgraded.
That boss can, or that mini boss can get a lot of hand.
Yeah, if you mess up the manipulation on that mini-boss, he'll pretty much just walk away from you. Oops. Also, that's 1 frame faster to change items at or when you go down a staircase or up a staircase, except I kind of messed up the item change, so.
It's also faster when you grab a new item. If
Yeah.
you have no item equipped,
Yeah, that's another frame saver, so I saved 2 frames.
Save the frame.
Top would be proud.
I know, I think he is proud. You can lose a lot of time in this room on RNG based off where these guys are. I'll take that. Ooh, oh. So this wasn't that bad. But sometimes they can all be across the room. Generally, you want them to be at the start of the room or by the pits, so you can just knock them into the pits. And you want them to be close to each other too, obviously. Alright, so we're going into a room of floor masters, wall masters, whatever, but we did a little manipulation there, so they're not going to get in my way. And that was just that turning back a step. Just manipulates them so they stay away from me.
This first boss can be irritating. He can ram.
Oh yeah, he has a pattern that loses like 20. Oh my god.
Oh.
Okay, well that's my big mistake for the run. Let's keep going. Okay, so he has a pattern where he I should have mashed. He has a pattern where he will just ram at you, and it loses like 20 to 25 seconds if he does it twice, which he can. And he's a jerk, so he will. I was actually pretty surprised to not get that that time. But yeah, he's kind of a jerk, so he'll probably do it this time, and you'll see. Wow. Okay, I'll actually mash this on him. Or I could almost die again. Alright, so there we go. We got all the nerves out. Oh yeah, that was Aquamentus, by the way. I don't know if you recognize him from Zelda 1. I'm sure you did. Actually... Well, since this is a marathon, I guess I should say that has never happened before. I have honestly never died to Aquamentus, at least not going in on 3 hearts.
Yeah, he's probably the easier fight in the game.
He is the easiest boss fight in the game. Actually, maybe not. I guess Dodongo is pretty easy too. Oops, I spoiled a boss.
Spoilers. Boss and Legend of Zelda 1.
You can actually drop a seed there, like, I think it's like 1 frame before he talks to you. Dang it. Yeah. And it saves like 2 seconds. Alright. So this is Rosa. We're going to be playing hide and seek with her, so if you have any donations, feel free to read them.
Yeah, there's quite a few. We have $30 from Mr. Septil. Hey, SGDQ, keep speedrunning like this. This is the best thing I've ever watched. $35 from Tetro. You fools, Ricky has no personality. Moosh is the real deal. I guess Mr. MV's singing is our only hope now. We also have $10 from A Little Owl. First time watching and can't wait for Pokemon. I even roped in a friend via Fallout 3, and if you don't care about animals, maybe you need a heart transplant. Save the people and save the animals. P.S. I'm already planning to donate again during the Pokemon run, but I'll donate $10 extra now if the reader says Kiwi is a cutie. Wish I had more to give. Well, I just said it, so there you go. We have $50 from Manuel Sarter with no comment, but thank you for the donation. We have $20 from Cyberbot X. It's a shame that Oracle of Ages might not get seen in a marathon, but Oracle of Seasons is awesome nonetheless. Good luck to Bananas. I also want to get Metal Wolf Chaos in, so $10 to that. He's also putting $10 towards CBX as the Paper Mario file name. Might be a little vain, but hey, it happened with Mario RPG a few years ago, and if I can't be there physically, I can be there in spirit.
Alright, so we just entered Subrosia for the first time. This is the other world in Seasons, pretty much like Ages has the past and the present, even though it's not the past and the present, but with both of these games there's 2 separate maps that you'll be on. And so all we're doing here for now is we're getting the Rod of Seasons, and then we're getting the first season that you can use, which is Winter. And we're gonna go back after almost every dungeon from now on. And first we're gonna pick up seasons, and then we have to do some other stuff afterwards. exploded.
Jumping back to something a little bit earlier during that Rosa hide and seek thing going on, you saw that she was chilling on top of the stump for some reason. Rosa can't see you. I'm guessing because this game has height detection.
Oh,
if you're
yeah.
paying attention to LADX, you can jump and you can spin attack and still hit an enemy on the ground, which is why that game is awesome. Can't do that in this game, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because height detection is actually a thing.
Height detection is a blessing and it's a curse in some places.
Yeah.
I'm sure most people probably got killed casually the first playthrough in Rosa when she pops back out.
Yeah.
You think you're safe, and it's like, nope.
I've actually screwed up there in a run because I forgot she did that and I just started walking over there. Yeah, good times. So this next part, after we exit Subrosia, I'm gonna be doing the whole next part up to the second dungeon without a sword on. And there's a lot of moblins, and it can go very poorly, but hopefully it goes okay.
You can swing the
Yeah, you
Rada
can
season.
you can swing the Rada seasons to push them away, but sometimes they'll just like keep walking back at you because they're mean.
Doesn't do any damage, but it might
Yeah,
sometimes help.
it does help sometimes. Well,
So yeah, the main mechanic of this game is that you have the Rada seasons, and on those free stumps you can change the seasons to different times, which will open and block different paths. So you have to keep changing the seasons. And as you go through, you'll unlock more seasons.
oh my god, that
The moblins.
that was just really bad
Yeah.
RNG. I played poorly. Alright, whatever. Yeah, they're really mean. That is one of the worst screens. There's another really bad screen after you get the shovel. Okay. This screen can be bad if the moblins spawn on top of the staircase, because a lot of times they'll just come down the staircase when you're trying to go up it, and there isn't really anything you can do about that, because if you use the Rada Seasons, they're just gonna keep going back down, and then they usually like won't go all the way down, and they'll just keep standing there, and it's really annoying. This is the worst screen, because it's really tiny, and there's 3 of them. Okay, we're good. And now we're in the clear. Yeah, they're really mean.
The girl gives you the shovel in the English. He talks about how he thinks you're Santa's little helper because you jumped down the chimney from there. Really weird.
3 rupees. Oops. Forgot my items were changed.
Yeah, so menuing in the Oracle games is pretty crazy because you can swap where the items are like in your actual inventory layout, which makes optimizing like pretty ridiculous and really complicated.
Yeah, it is pretty hard. Look at me.
A lot of it is rounded out beforehand, but it's like I said, it's really complicated. But if you kind of like mess up your inventory, like where things are, then you can easily start losing track where your items are.
Yeah, it's really easy to mess up your inventory and then just not know where anything is.
Yeah.
And lose a lot of time on item screens.
So something funny, when she was in that other room that she saved and quit on, that is actually slower in the English version. The Japanese version
Really?
saves a bunch of time on text, of course, and save quits. The Capcom screen is faster.
You can skip the Capcom screen in the Japanese version. You can just mash right through it.
Yeah,
I don't know why they took that out in English, but they did.
gotta go slow in English.
Yeah, so this room is kind of trolly.
This dungeon is really RNG heavy.
I
I can just stand here for a long time waiting for this guy to come forward.
I would
And
have
I'm
just
gonna
threw
get
a
hit a million times. Oh my god.
Find Deathloop here for help.
Yeah. I don't need to, but with the way things have been going, I'm pretty sure that I would just die to this moblin out here somehow. So, you know.
One of the cool things about the snakes remains is that got multiple entrances. You have to leave and re-enter from different places to be able to beat it.
This is actually a route that the TAS doesn't do. Because, well, I don't even know if it's actually faster TAS, but it is faster real time. And for a long time, people thought that going the way that the TAS did in this dungeon was fastest. And so, oh my gosh. So we saved a lot of time finding out we can go outside and just come in this way.
This room's actually on a timer. It's, if you play too casually, it's like really close, because you just go up to the bomb blocks and just place a bomb, you'll like barely make it. But if you place the bomb early and throw it, you'll have a lot of extra time.
Yeah, you can miss like 2 bombs or something before. And I think you can still make it even if you miss 2 bombs. I think I've made it before. Okay, this room was really good luck. Oh, my items are messed up. Okay. Oh, actually. Oh, wait, no.
We have a $40 donation from Anizify. Heyo, Aniz here, glaring at you all from across the globe. I promised bananas to make this nice and cliche, so here goes. A little over a year ago, I found the speedrunning community during a difficult period of my life, having just dropped out of school due to illnesses. You all got me through a lot of hardships. I've met many valuable friends, and the GDQs have always put a smile on my face with your continuing efforts to raise money for charity. I'll be your Nazi mod live at AGDQ 2015, Nanas. Good luck with the run and the rest of the marathon, and remember to earn Trinidad.
Thanks, and this.
There's a 10 rupee chest right there. Alright. I said it a little bit too late.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's okay, maybe you can get some rupee drops.
Yeah, I got that one. Full rupee drop, that was the battery.
Yeah. Alright, so this is your favorite boss from Oracle, or no, what the heck? LADX.
And he did.
Alright, man, that was a good fight.
Good fight, good
We'll
fight.
see you later. Alright, so for some reason, in the Japanese version of this game, you can kill Facade without spawning him. His hitbox is still there. You usually have to walk down 4 green tiles before he spawns, but if you walk down 3, you can hit the top of his hitbox and he won't spawn, so you take out the RNG factor of that fight. Facade has 3 attacks, and one is fireballs, which is what you want, because you can get 3 bomb hits on him. The other one is spiders, which is okay as long as you get fireballs at least once. And then the third one is holes, which you do not want because you can only get 1 hit. And you'll see Facade again in Onyx's castle, and for some reason, I feel like the Facade in Onyx's castle always gives me worse RNG than the one in here does. I will almost always get holes at least once.
And that trick where you use bombs to kill the boss before it spawns does not work on the second Facade.
Yeah, it doesn't work on the second one.
Please don't die to
I'm not gonna
Dodongos.
die to Dodongo.
So yeah, Dodongos actually has no RNG in it, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, like I said, Dodongo's probably the easiest boss in the game. Also, that doesn't save frames like it does in A Link to the Past. I just like to mess around. Oh, okay. Alright, whatever. It's actually not that bad.
Okay.
So his pattern is he'll walk 5 or some amount of steps, and then he'll open his mouth, and then he'll do that same thing again, except he'll charge at you, and then he'll charge at you again after that, and then he'll do the first pattern he did. So it's a pretty consistent fight. It always works the same way. Oops.
We have a $100 donation here from Hikage. Oh, hey there, Nanas. It's good to see that you haven't aged a bit. Let's hope that no one falls asleep during the skeleton sand pirates. Let's get some Mikru hype. Too bad Simmons is a nerd and didn't get there in time. Good luck, Banan. Also, it's really awesome to see Banan Korg everywhere. Also, hashtag blame TR. Sugoi, anata no onchi jin wa oki.
Oh my god. I don't want to tell you guys.
I don't think you want to
Yeah,
translate that,
we-
actually. If
we-
you don't know, you don't know it. We'll leave it at that.
Let's just say it's not PG-13.
Yeah. Well, it's PG-13. It's not PG. Well, maybe it's not. I don't know what 13-year-olds watch nowadays.
Anyways, speedruns. This is where you would get the different flutes. I think right there you have to burn that tree, and that's how you get Moosh's flute?
No.
No,
You
what's
can
the
get a
point of
100
that?
rupee drop, or not a drop, but it's a secret, like in Zelda 1.
Oh, okay.
You can get 100 rupees, nice.
Nice.
You can get 100 rupees right there, and you have to have 150 rupees or something like that for Moosh's flute. So what I would have done if Moosh would have won is I would have got that 100 rupee, and then I would have done an RNG manipulation to get another big rupee drop. And that would have taken out, oh my gosh, if I lose to this guy.
Yeah, this fight is random.
This fight is so RNG based, and it's really annoying because he's a jerk. You can, like, the best RNG is you can hit him out in 2 hits. And sometimes he's mean, and you'll sit there like that.
Yeah.
Alright.
I should probably mention, for those who probably don't know, RNG is essentially luck in most games, but in a lot of older games like this, RNG is actually quite manipulatable. It's not, RNG stands for random number generator, and it's not truly random. You can actually predict a number if you can figure out exactly where in the RNG states and in some places in both Oracle Seas and Oracle Ages, you can actually do some pretty heavy manipulations to get some pretty ridiculous luck, but unfortunately certain enemies in the game will completely destroy any kind of manipulation, particularly the keys, which are the bats in the game. If there's any screen that has a keys on it, any kind of hope of RNG manipulation is pretty much lost.
Yeah, everything about keys in this game is bad, just remember that.
Anything that can fly in video games is pretty bad.
Well,
He-hats.
for some reason I think that keys like don't have the height detection problem, so they can hit you when you're on the ground, and they can also hit you when you're in the air, and it doesn't matter. Oops. Alright, so we just got Pegasus seeds, and you're gonna be seeing these a lot from now on.
Yeah, the game just got faster.
Yeah. Keep going a random
There's
direction.
a weird glitch here. If you hit that switch again and talk to that guy there, then he instead of saying the text boxes say, he says like a billion text boxes, including one that Impa says later on.
Yeah.
Really weird, strange glitch. But it's in Japanese, so.
Yeah, I would show you, but you wouldn't know what I was
Yeah.
saying. So even though I'm doing this part without a sword, the enemy RNG on all these screens is not that terrible, which is nice. Pretty much the worst enemy RNG is before the second dungeon. That is probably the worst part to do without a sword. Alright. We'll get to hear Ricky's beautiful flute soon. My beautiful kangaroo friend.
Yeah, shoutouts to Murray33.
Thank you guys for letting Ricky win.
How much time do you lose if you had to do a moosh?
A lot of time. Like 5 or 6 minutes.
How much for Dimitri? Dimitri's like 6 minutes.
Dimitri, you
long.
lose 6 minutes on Goran, or not on Goran dancing, on Subrosian dancing, but you save a little bit of time because Dimitri has the fastest overworld.
Yeah.
So Moosh and Dimitri are actually about even. It's just that I don't think that you guys would want to watch me do Subrosian dancing 6 times in a row. So,
I
Yeah.
don't know, that sounds kind of fun.
Well, it sounds fun until I fail it, and then you're like, oh, why are we still sitting here?
And instead of 6 times, you end up being there for 8 or 9 times.
Yeah, if I lose focus, it's over. Okay, so this, you have to get a star ore, and the star ore can be in one of 4 places. It's RNG, obviously, between the 4 places. Alright, we got second try, which was good. You can be on the first screen, and then you go down, and that's the second screen. You go left, that's the third screen, and up is the 4th screen. 4th screen is obviously worst RNG. To be honest, I was expecting 4th screen, but you know. It took me, I've been speedrunning this game for probably a year now, and it took me about 10 months to learn where the 4 star spaces were. Because I was just lazy, so I would, when I would get 4th try, I would lose even more time because I was just digging up the entire screen trying to find it. But I finally know where all of them are, so I wouldn't embarrass myself if I got 4th try. So, this, up to the 3rd dungeon, seeds are pretty tight, so we're not going to be using them, all that much, oops. But there is a pretty strict seed route for this dungeon and right before the dungeon. Pretty much wasting a seed is really bad before the 3rd dungeon.
In case you guys didn't know, Link is currently on a date with Rosa right now,
Oh,
and
yeah,
all
this is a
he's
date.
using her for is for the key. So Link is a
He's using
bad
her
guy.
to open doors for him.
He's got the skeleton key, also known as the A key.
Alright, so we just got summer? Yeah, summer. And in summer, vines grow on walls, which is why it's important. Each season has its own trait that makes it important. Actually, I don't know what spring and falls are.
Fall, I think, is mushrooms.
Oh, right, mushrooms in fall, and then the flowers in spring.
Right.
Okay, yeah. Right.
We have $20 from MPG Happiness, and it says, "Good luck, bananas. Sword on B is gross."
Thanks, MPG. MPG runs LADX, so he's used to Sword, and he loves that game, and he always bugs me to run it. But I can't do that yet, because I still have a bad time in this game. Or not the time that I want, I guess I should say.
Yeah, most runners think they have bad times in games. Just even when they have world record, it's always bad.
Shout outs to Tenderhearted. No one's gonna get that joke, but it's
Shout
okay.
outs to every Mega Man runner.
No.
Yeah, so he's using the rod to try to knock these guys away, but they're being not very cooperative.
Yeah, they're mean. A lot of times they'll just split up for you, and you don't even have to worry about it, which is nice. But that happens pretty rarely, as good enemy RNG always does.
So we're finally in a new dungeon, guys.
Something you guys may not know about this game is you don't need the shield to kill these guys.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if that was intended or not.
Yeah, but I'm happy with it because it saves money and time. Alright, I'm getting full hearts here just because it's really easy to lose hearts in this dungeon to enemies. Because you try not to hit them, but I'm probably just gonna hit them when they're jerks like that.
Yeah, Moldorm is a pretty cool enemy.
There's a lot of Moldorms in this dungeon, and they're all jerks. Oh, in the PAL version of this game, actually, in that room I was just in with the 2 Moldorms, there's only 1 Moldorm. For some reason. I have no clue why.
That reminds me, since Maple showed up earlier, he actually does not appear randomly. He appears after you kill a certain number of enemies, and she'll only appear on certain screens. So once you kill a certain number of enemies and you enter one of those screens she'll appear on, she'll just be there. But what she drops is completely random.
And Maple is good with, with RNG manipulation because she'll take the enemies off the screen that would otherwise keep randomizing RNG. So, if you ever do an RNG manipulation, a lot of times you'll do it on a screen that has Maple on it, so that she takes the enemies off the screen.
We have $15 from Cozy. Hey Bananas, Cozy here. Just wanted to say good luck on your run again and hopefully all goes well. Shoutouts to Paladrima, Nasty, and Phenomenom714. Also hype for Blizzaro fight.
Okay, so I guess I should tell the story of why and how I started running this game. But I had never played this game before, and I had only played Ages, and I never played Seasons because I thought, well, I really loved Ages, and I'm not gonna like Seasons, so I don't even want to bother playing it. And one time I came across this stream of this guy, and his name was Phenomenon, or Phenomenom, I think is his name. Actually, I just call him Phenom, so you know. And he was on Skype with this guy, and they were playing this game, and they sounded like they were having so much fun, so I was like, hey, I want to play this game with you guys.
Nice.
So I learned it. Well, okay, I say I learned it, but they talked me through the run, and I got a 420 something my first run. It was really bad. I died to Onyx at least 30 times.
Yeah.
I saved like 2 hours on my last split, my second run. And we would race like 2 or 3 dungeon races of this game all the time. And it was just really fun. Playing these games against other people is fun. It's short and easy. Well, I wouldn't say easy.
Short.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, we did 2 dungeon races, and that's 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And
we would
racing
always-
games is a lot of fun. It's a really good way to get into speed running, even if you don't want to spend all the time and dedication to get good. You can just play with other friends that are not very good at the game also, and just have fun and enjoy playing the game.
Yeah, so shoutouts to Cozy and Phenom, my original 3 Musketeer group. Please open the chest.
We have $50 from Matthew14. Love watching the stream. Keep up the great work, everyone. Thanks for the donation.
Alright, so that was a little skip, and so I could just go straight through here, but I have to take a heart of damage if I go straight through, so I had to wait for the seed to run out because I got hit by those keys twice.
Yeah, peace RNG.
Yeah.
Does damage boosting off of enemies not help at all in this game?
It can help.
Yeah.
It usually doesn't.
It looked like it did in that last stream.
That damage boost didn't help, I would have still made it.
I think it helps a bit better when while you're jumping, but if you're on the ground, it's usually terrible.
Yeah.
You don't have to kill those hands, but I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Yeah, being grabbed in this room is pretty terrible.
It's really bad. You have to go kill those little turtle things again, and then go straight through, and you can't use a seed because, like I said, seeds for this dungeon are really tight. I'm gonna get a safety heart. Shoot. Wow.
Oh.
Alright, so I tried to one cycle that boss. It's not that bad because it was just the last guy. But I didn't, you can hit him twice before he goes in the water by charging up a spin attack, but I didn't charge it up fast enough.
Each of the squids has 4 health, and each slash does 1 damage, and spin attack does 2 damage. So if you miss one of the shots, you can do a spin attack on the last hit and still get him, but didn't quite have enough time to charge that spin.
He was really, really close to the water, unfortunately.
So something Bananas mentioned earlier, height detection is a blessing and a curse in this game. You can jump upstairs in this game, which is awesome. You cannot do that in LADX.
Yeah.
You lose. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure you go up the same speed, but it's just a bad thing to do. And as you can see right there, you can just jump past stairs. Saves a little bit of time.
I'll pretty much be jumping up every staircase from now on. It's actually like really, really slow to walk upstairs.
Yeah.
Oops. Alright, this is Mothula, obviously. The big butterfly.
Shoutouts to Godzilla.
So, best RNG there would be he would fly left, which he did give me, which was good. Because you can hit him if he flies left. If he flies right, you can't. And then he'll go around the room 2 to 3 times, so you want him to go around the room twice, and then go back to the center and then kill him. But it was still a good fight.
Yeah, it was a good fight. Yeah. That boss is like the Voldorm of Link to the Past. If you fall down in those holes, you basically have to redo the whole fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God you don't have to hit him in a specific spot though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you try to like dash through and then fly off the level and
Yeah.
We have a $25 donation here from Control Freak Video Games. We're streaming SGDQ in the shop right now and decided that we donate the next sale. Keep up the great work for a great cause from the Control Freak Video Games family in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. That is pretty cool. $100 from Ham SDA. Hey Nanas, awesome run so far and glad that Ricky won. Hopefully the RNG won't be too bad. Onyx Hype. Kappa. Greetings from Ham.
Thanks, Sam. Ooh.
I skip.
Usually you'll get, taken in by those, I call them pancakes, so I'm sorry if I call them pancakes accidentally, because they look like pancakes. So right here, I'm gonna kill a lot of these buzz blobs because I'm trying to get a Pegasus seed drop for the next area.
They're not being nice.
Yeah. My next chance. Wow, they are really mean. Usually at least one will spawn right there, but you know. It's not a huge deal if I don't get a Pegasus seed drop, but it is obviously faster. This is the only time we actually count on random drops for Pegasus seeds, because they're pretty frequent with buzz blobs. Alright, so we didn't get one. That's not a huge deal. I'm gonna put Ricky's flute down there because we're not using it again. Bye, Ricky. We're not gonna see you ever again. I hope you enjoyed your donation. Winning.
You try to put like unused items like out into the corner of your inventory so that you don't like ever accidentally get to them. And also when they're like taking space, it means that you have to move over to more spaces to get to the items you actually need. When you just get those out of the way, basically remove them from your inventory completely.
Wow.
Yeah, it's also the seeds are a little silly. You don't actually from the trees. You don't actually have to touch them to get them. You just need to cut them off the tree, and you'll get them when they hit the ground.
All right, Dimitri lovers, here he is. Here's the one time you get to see Dimitri during this run, and I have to give these little kids all my bombs. I don't know what they're gonna do with them.
We have $10 from Mabdulra. Hey Bananas, it's Mab. This game is cool and all, but it could always use more Miku. Congrats to Ricky for winning and good luck with your run. Shoutouts to #Oracle and may Tampa's blanket always be with us all forever.
Thanks, man.
Have you ever like gotten to the right here first by accident? Okay.
I've also gone to the left and then left.
Yeah. Okay.
Never came and got the flippers, and then I tried swimming and I was like, what is going on? I think the music in this area is really good. It's also pretty underrated. Alright. Here's your cheap cheeps.
They're not from any other game made by Nintendo, by the way.
No.
Also, that was an actual damage boost. There you go, Maida.
Yeah, that's what I've been waiting to see.
Well, that's actually not faster if you swim optimally.
Oh,
You can completely dodge him and it would be the same speed.
that's unfortunate.
Well, it just, I mean, yeah, I guess. It just depends on how fast I'm swimming if I get it or not.
You just smash faster, basically.
Alright. So, now we're in Subrosia again. And I don't know if you recognize this song, but I'm sure you will soon. Basically, not getting a seed drop, all that we lose from that is we don't use 2 seeds going through this house, which really isn't that much of a time save, but you know.
Yeah, it's only 2 screens.
All right. Let me make some art real quick. Shoutouts to Paladrima for the Paladrima P. He's my speed senpai. And shoutouts to Paladrima who always plays the shovel at this part. Anyways, this is a hide and seek thing, so you can read donations if you have them.
All right, excellent. We have $10 from Misku. Hey everyone, loving the stream, and shout out to Bananas for running one of my favorite games as a kid, Subrosian Dance Hype.
Oh.
We also have $35 from Chef Boyar Dave. Hey everyone, I'm studying for my MCAT while watching your stream. I plan on working with Doctors Without Borders after I graduate. Keep going strong. Oracle of Seasons was my first Zelda game, and it was the best. We have $20 from Robert Sandell. Shout out to everyone at the event, everyone watching, and especially to all the corgis.
Shoutouts to corgis.
We have $40 from Car Behemoth. Shout out to Furore, the Forgotten Goddess.
Yeah, she sucks. Sorry.
Wait, isn't she like in the Chamber of Secrets still?
The Chamber of Secrets?
Or whatever it's called. I don't remember what it's called.
Shout out to Harry Potter.
It's like the Hall
All
of
right, Harry,
Secrets or
you have a
something.
new person to rescue. Yeah, she's in there. She doesn't. She's just takes passwords.
She was supposed to get her own game called The Oracle of Secrets, I think, and they didn't. I guess they just scrapped it.
The game turned into a single room.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. She's also like a little kid, so it's, I don't know. She's not superior.
What does that have to do with it?
She's like a little kid. Like I don't know. Din and Nehru are like sophisticated women.
All right.
Oh yeah, by the way, that second jump there is really, really hard. I know it probably looked like, wow, how did you fail that? But it's really, really hard. Feels really good when you get it though.
Yeah, the side scrolling section have a lot of really hard jumps.
Yeah.
Look cool.
You basically land on like the very edge of the platform.
Unfortunately, most of side scrolling sections have keys in them, which makes them
awful.
pretty terrible.
That's a satisfying jump too. Oh, I was like, is that Hag Spam laughing? Like, what is he laughing at? Alright.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you can go ahead. I was just gonna say.
I didn't want to interrupt. All right, we got $4 from Pocket Fuzzball. Hey Nanas, Blue Ridley 64, Larkin, Alucard 665, and I are dropping the occasional Miku and Luca into the chat for you. Good luck with the rest of the run.
Thank you.
Mr. Skip.
No Rooster Skip, sorry. Link can't zombie hover in this game. This is terrible. Yeah. Keys are terrible.
The keys are just bad.
I'll just take it slow.
They're bad in pretty much every Zelda game, but they're particularly bad in the Oracle games.
Just anything that
Shout outs
flies.
to me.
Yeah, that's to her.
I'm trying to get a bomb drop here because, like I said, those kids stole all my bombs, and I need a bomb in the next dungeon that I'm gonna be in. It's not a big deal if I don't get one because there's a chest with 10 bombs in it right at the beginning of the dungeon. But I tend to forget that, so don't let me forget that if I don't get bombs. Oh yeah, by the way, here's Moosh. There's a text skip. Moosh is gonna put a text box on right here. And there's a text skip, and I got it in practice the other day, and I have no idea how to get it. Phenom actually found that. And we don't know how it works, but, oops, I almost just reset without
Alright,
saving.
see ya, Moosh.
Yeah, there goes Moosh, bye. And there's your animal friend experience for your video game. Alright, that's good.
Speaking of animals, don't save them in Super Metroid.
We have a $20 $20 donation from some guy named Tampa. I don't know. And the comment says, "Can someone bring me a drink, please? I have no arms or legs, so I can't get it myself." Sprite would be nice. Thanks for your run, Nanas.
Shoutouts to Tompa.
We also have $20 from Cassispy. Good luck with post-skip, Bananas. Glad the right animal won. You got this.
Thanks, Cass. Ooh. Okay. That was weird. So, sorry, Link still can't zombie hover. But, so I'm gonna put this key in to unlock the 4th dungeon, and after that I have to fall down. And you probably don't remember, but there's a moblin on that screen, and he can be right there. And there's also the problem of ice physics, so he can troll really bad.
Oh, there he is.
There he is! Alright.
Well,
That's fine. I'm gonna get safety hearts. This dungeon is Dancing Dragon, I think. And this is a lot of people's favorite dungeon music. Yeah, this dungeon is on. This dungeon pretty
Bombs.
much has keys in every single room.
Bananas, the bomb.
What?
Bomb.
I got him.
Oh,
I
you
got a
got
drop,
them?
yeah.
Oh,
Got the drop.
dang, I missed the drop.
But you'll pretty much see keys in every room, and they will be mean, so. That Gale Seed drop is interesting.
Hardest puzzle in the game.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is the hardest puzzle in the game. Apparently I actually don't do it optimally, and people in #Oracle were getting on to me about that. It's like, hey, I just pushed the pots.
We have $15 from Shots. Hype for Bananas. Shoutouts to everyone in Toes and Shots and the collective. Putting my donation towards the Melee Finals, and will donate another $20 if Mito will stand up and cook some swag.
Oh, not during my run!
Alright, do I do it right now? Do I do it right now, or do I do it?
I think you do it right now. Yeah, I think you do it right now.
Swag. If you're wondering what I was doing with the spinny thing, I was putting the pizza in the oven for later. We'll pull that out when the run's over.
Oh my god. Yeah, so like I said, keys are in every room. This dungeon is terrible. Here's your Mega Man block puzzle.
Yeah.
You can even hear the Mega Man block sound, except it's not the same sound, but you know, same difference.
There is another huge reference to a Mega Man X game, actually, right at the
please.
end of the game.
Nice.
You're in for a treat if you like Mega Man X, specifically X1.
Alright, so here's where the dungeon gets hard. Lots of spikes, lots of keys, lots of jumping.
Yeah, this is probably the hardest Zelda platformer.
This dungeon is, I find this dungeon to be one of the hardest behind Dungeon 7. Just because of all the keys and all the RNG you have to deal with. And also, Goma is the boss of this dungeon, and Goma is the worst boss in this game. I cannot stress that enough. Oh, if I get bad RNG on her, you'll see why she's the worst. Nice. Okay. Come on. Alright. Oh. You can catch that key in midair and skip the text box, but
It's not really a big deal.
yeah. Wow. That hurt drop.
We have a $40 donation from Dylan9. I'm so happy this game is being played. My favorite memories from my childhood always involved the Legend of Zelda games, and it's for a great cause. So happy to be watching this stream. Great speedrun.
Here's one room there's not keys in. Well, I guess the past two rooms, surprisingly. These guys can be mean too, but they were okay. Oh, nice. Alright, man. Well, I shouldn't say that, should I? Probably die. Alright, we're good.
Thank you, Fairy Drop. Even though it's 100% after every mini boss.
Yeah. Every mini boss is fair.
At least it didn't run away from me.
Yeah, that's so annoying. Like,
It is, yeah.
the fairy can go off screen too, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. Great. Oh, these guys are mean. Standing right by the door. Alright, for some reason they decided to put keys in this room too. Yeah, that's cool. And everything.
Let's put a new innovative enemy in here. Now let's just put keys.
Let's put nothing in this room because I'm already trying to not fall. If you kill them, you're gonna fall, so you just pretty much have to...
They could have threw a Goomba in here.
Huh?
They could have threw a Goomba in here, it would have been fine.
Please.
Or Koopa Troopa.
Oh my gosh. Why are enemies being so mean to me right now? Wow.
You know it's a marathon.
Okay. So 3 hearts is a little lower than I would like to be, but you know. It's okay, Tompa died to Goma, that means it's acceptable if I do too.
We have a big donation here, $240 from Pierpont Lempkin. Loving the awesome Zelda run. Thanks to all the runners and keep up the great work. Thank you for the generous donation.
Oh my
Wow,
gosh.
keys.
That...
They do everything in their power, the trolls.
Yeah, they will do that in this room. There's nothing you can do about it.
I saw he's gonna block it. Almost.
They are just not liking me in this dungeon today. They are not being nice. Alright, so there's a really hard jump in the next room. If the keys are in a really bad position, I'm not gonna go for it. I will go for it once if they're okay. Okay. Okay, I didn't make it. Yeah, that jump is really, really hard.
Yeah, it's really difficult.
And I would try it more than once. Oh, okay, never mind. I might as well try it more than once. I was gonna say I would try it more than once, but your seed will run out before you get to the end if you try it more than once. I'm also probably gonna death warp.
Yeah.
And this is like a really slow death warp because these guys just like go away from me. But yeah, that jump is pretty hard. Whenever I tend to get it, I tend to think I don't get it, and then I keep running, and I run off the edge, and... Oh my gosh, they are really being mean to me. I bet you anything in the Wizrobe room, it's gonna spawn right in front of the cart, and I'm gonna get hit. I bet you anything. I tried to kill those guys for hearts, but okay, they didn't spawn any. It's the Wizrobe room right here. Wow, they
Nice.
threw me a loop.
So, Gale Seeds are pretty OP on the Wizrobes anyways.
Well, they're pretty OP on almost everything, except for Armos. I'm gonna use a seed here, because I don't know damage. I'm bad at not taking damage otherwise. I should really have, wow. I should really have just killed those guys, but, please.
3 times a try.
Yeah. You can make that jump, it's really, really hard. I don't even think it's worth it. This is gonna be fun. Nothing wants to drop hearts for me. Alright. This boss is the worst in the world. Get hype.
Here's your hearts.
Yeah, thanks.
Excuse.
Oh. This boss.
So, apparently you can actually kill her without throwing off her claw, but it's slower. Alright, here's where RNG comes into play. Yep. Yellow, green, and blue can hit you. Red just slows you down. Okay, hello? What is it doing? What? And they can get in the way, hit her, and then they can get on you. Okay,
Oh,
thanks for the
alright.
heart. This is awful RNG. Like, absolutely terrible. Oh, gosh, it's terrible.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh. Oh well.
Yeah, that boss is awful. I hate that boss.
Yeah.
I have lost many a run to that boss.
This is like one of the more random dungeons of the game.
Yeah. I think that boss probably has the most RNG. What's up? It depends on the
varies.
save quit.
Yeah, it depends.
Yeah, it depends
like,
on where you are. Like,
yeah, this-
sometimes you're gonna skip a key. Like in Dungeon 6, you skip a key with a save warp, which obviously saves a lot of time. Sometimes it only saves a couple seconds. In Dungeon 7, you save after you get the big key, and it doesn't save that much time.
And sometimes it's slower and you shouldn't do it. And as mentioned, there's a save warp that's like just barely sends every time and it's actually slower on English.
Yeah, a lot of save warps are slower on English because the Capcom screen takes forever. Japanese saves 2.5 seconds per save quit, which is nice. Because there's a lot of save quits, and you can do a lot more save quits in Japanese too. Oops. My items are already messed up. It's okay. Hi, Maple. Oh,
Yeah, please.
they are not nice.
Got a $20 donation here from Shutter Tricks. Much love to Bananas for Oracle of Seasons. Great game to watch.
Thanks, Shutter Tricks.
Honestly, I think cats are much worse than geese, but they're just so infrequent in this game that it's
Yeah,
like,
they don't
whatever.
show up very much, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Although I don't think they're a big problem for RNG manipulation, unlike geese.
Alright, that was good.
Yeah, I remember platforming used to be like your weakest.
Shut up. Yeah. Platforming and me don't go together very well.
Got another $20 donation here from PD Boo. When is Onyx Warp?
Oh my gosh, I wish. So I guess I should explain that. Recently,
Good luck.
oh yeah, it's interesting. Recently there was a wrong warp found in Oracle of Ages, and you can completely skip the final boss and go to the credits. There's nothing like that in Seasons, of course, because, you know, the world hates me. But, yeah, it has something to do with the map, and there's a glitch in Ages that you can do in Seasons as well, but there's no place to activate it real time, which is unfortunate. And that's basically how you have to do the wrong warp, so there's pretty much no potential for a wrong warp in this game, unfortunately.
Yeah, the wrong warp is like ridiculously silly and not very well understood. I
Yeah.
think like Stockholder probably knows more about anyone else, and as far as I know, you basically get out of bounds a certain spot and you use like frame perfect sprite data in order to like write arbitrary code into the memory and execute random commands in the memory, and it's just like really crazy. And
It's pretty interesting to watch.
yeah.
And also, you can actually wrong warp into the Varen fight, which is what they used to do. And for some reason, the game gives you the red ring when you're in that fight, so you can just equip the red ring and kill Varen in like 3 spin attacks, which is nice for them.
Can't that glitch screw up the cartridge? Do it wrong.
I don't think it. I'm not sure. if it actually breaks it,
No.
it will like delete all your files and everything.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
it
sure.
doesn't read onto like the ROM. It just reads into like the ORM or something like that.
But if you mess it up on the 3DS version,
Yeah.
it will
I'm pretty
break
sure
it.
the
You can
3DS
just
version
re-download
breaks.
it though.
Why are they doing this to me? Alright, so I'm gonna throw that mushroom off screen because you can't have, wow, really? You can't have two things on screen that you throw from? With the, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Power bracelet. You can't have two of those on screen at the same time. So if you throw the first mushroom off, you don't have to wait for it to, like, explode. Okay, good job, me. Alright. I hate this dungeon, by the way. This is Dungeon 5. The boss of this dungeon is Dig Dogger, and I know that a lot of you probably remember this dungeon as the one with the amazing magnet gloves. I hate the magnet gloves. Oh.
You actually don't use the magnet gloves that much in the run, but
Yeah, it's pretty much just in this dungeon and then a little bit in Dungeon 8 and stuff like that.
the boss in this dungeon is yeah.
Yeah, the boss of this
Yeah.
dungeon is, yeah. We'll go with that. There's actually some pretty cool things you can do with the magnet glove, which I'll show you once I get it. Well, not once I get it, but later.
Got a $10 donation here from Dwee Vu. Shoutouts to racing Oracle of Seasons with Phenom and Cozy back in the day. Hash Kirby Air Ride days.
Those were the days. Alright, this is where P-Hats troll the most. This guy, he will just sit there right in front of the block that you're trying to push sometimes. It's really annoying. Alright, so now I have magnet gloves. We're gonna go do the rest of this dungeon. Feather and magnet glove combination is pretty cool. I will say that. Except for when a Moldorm comes and hits you. He didn't. Okay, cool. Oh, okay. That's fine. I usually get bodied in that room. Interesting item switch. These Moldorms are really mean. This room is huge, and they can obviously go anywhere around the room. That was good.
That went really well.
Okay, this is an Armos room. Hold on, I'll explain after I do this. Oh. Okay. Okay, hopefully I get this right. Oh god, was it top bottom?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I didn't know which one I hit first. It's not a huge deal. Top, bottom. Oh my gosh, go around the thing. So you have to kill those Armos, obviously, and then you have to open the chest in the order you killed them. Armos deal 1 heart of damage every time they touch you, which is a pain. And scary if you come in there on low hearts, which I often do. Yeah. I die there.
Yeah, at least you can kill them with your sword. And in Ages, those guys are a huge pain.
Yeah, in Aegis you have to kill them with scent seeds or bombs. And they move around randomly, so... I didn't
Yeah.
kill this guy. He got on me. Alright. Whatever. What the heck? It's an interesting pattern. Wow. What a jerk. Right there I delayed my save quit a little because you have to wait for the... You can see the shadow of a magnet ball that appears. And you have to wait for that shadow to appear or else the game won't register that you've loaded the magnet ball, so you can go into that room and there's going to be nothing there, and that's a huge time waste. But, yeah. Okay, so here's... Coming up is something cool about the magnet glove. So, on spinning... Oh, this guy's mean. On spinning magnets, you have 60 frames to do any input you want. So when you put the feather on, you can just jump off of the magnet. And it looks pretty cool. Because usually you'd think that you would just fall in the pit right there. That's pretty much the only time you do. No, that's not true. You do it in Dungeon 7 too, but it doesn't happen that frequently.
think they did that so you could use the magnet glove again and then just...
Well, they did that because sometimes you have to switch directions when you're
Yeah.
using the magnet glove.
Yeah.
Like in Dungeon 7, you're supposed to do that. But it's pretty neat and handy. Oh. Thanks. I'll take that. Actually, I'm gonna try this without a seed. I'm gonna do the Tompa strat. Nice. Okay, I'll explain this in a second. Ooh, hit him. Okay. Wow, this was a really good pattern. Okay, so I have never killed that guy in 3 cycles before.
Right.
That was a good point.
Usually I kill him. Usually I kill him in 4 cycles because you have to get 2 hits on the tail the first round. So base Tompa strat. And I say Tompa strat, but I'm pretty sure it's the strat that everyone uses but me. But, yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
You can fall down the ladder there. I don't really know.
Yeah. I love that jump. It just.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Peace, why? Nice. That jump's kind of hard to make. A lot of people do this room with Pegasus Seed, but I don't like it. Because you have to adjust like your jumps, because they're obviously going to be different lengths with a Pegasus Seed on. Alright, this room with Keys is lovely. Nice, okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Alright, here you go.
It's fantastic boss.
Oh yeah, you know. I love this boss. Yay! Yeah! This is so
Yeah.
much fun. I haven't hit any of them yet. Oh, this is going... It doesn't really matter, because I was probably going to get a 2 cycle anyways. They run around randomly, but... It's... People can 1 cycle pretty consistently. I am just not good at it. I'm not even good at 2 cycling, apparently. Aw, he's gonna spawn. What a
Oh,
jerk.
wow. Yeah, this boss is terrible.
Luckily, I got that... What? There was only 1 left.
Interesting.
Hello? Okay,
Right.
well, that was
Right
lucky.
into it.
Yeah, that's probably my worst boss in the game. I'm not very good. Like I said, I hate the magnet gloves. Mostly because I'm really bad at controlling them, if you didn't notice.
Yeah, the iron ball, but it's like really trolly because like you're trying to like concentrate on like moving back before they hit the enemy.
And you're also trying to not
Yeah,
die
and you just run,
while
and
you're
then you-
tanking hits from those guys.
And then you just like run the iron spike ball like right into yourself, and you're like, whoops.
Sure, almost everyone in their casual play killed themselves with that iron
Yeah.
ball.
I
I
kill
know I
myself
did.
in my speedruns with that iron ball all the time. Okay. So now we're on our way to Dungeon 6. This is the one time in the game before a dungeon we don't have to visit Subrosia. It's pretty nice, and it also has some of the best music in the game coming up.
Rosemary, did you get the... You got the jewel, right?
Which one? Yeah, I got both of them.
Just I want to make sure.
Here's a fun fight. Wow, I messed it up. Okay. Well, you're just supposed to kill that guy right there. That's okay, though. He bumped into me. So I'm gonna skip these Pegasus seeds now so that I can use the one that I have. Well, it wouldn't really matter unless I had more than 2, but I'm so used to that route, so. Oops. Well, now this isn't worth it. Oh well.
Yeah, actually, I really like this party game where you basically have to collect these like 4 hidden gems around the world and in order to progress into the next dungeon. But throughout the run, Bananas has already gotten 2 of them and getting the last 2 right now.
Yeah, I probably should have explained that when I was getting them, but it's so second nature.
Yeah.
Where am I going? Oops. Okay, whatever. So we're about to enter Tarm Ruins, which everyone thinks is the best song in the game. It is a pretty good song. It's also a pretty fun part to run, in my opinion, this whole section before Dungeon 6. Dungeon 6 used to be the bane of my existence when I started speedrunning this game. It has pretty much the hardest mini-boss and the hardest boss. Well, he's not that hard anymore, but he was the hardest boss for me when I started running this game. I would die to him a lot. I always dreaded Dungeon 6.
It's really our first opportunity where we get to keep switching between the 4 different seasons.
Yeah, you'll see all 4 seasons. This is also a good time to read donations.
All
I'm not
right.
really doing much.
Are you guys a fan of bad puns?
Oh
Yes.
boy.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I know someone who is.
Yeah, I just want to, now that you've been warned, okay, let's all take this in. We've got $15 from Metroid MST. Heyo, peoples and other non-defined species. I saw that Moosh lost, and that made me sad, but life must go on. That was unbearable, I know. I was hoping that such an azorable creature would have gotten the due it deserves, but I'll live with it. I had to dodong go outside for a bit, but I'm better now. I have a very good idea that killing the animals is a far superior solution than the alternative. After all, if they get any screen time, we could say they've been in-framed. Don't put the runners through that. Well, I put them through your donation comments, so there we go. Thanks for the donation.
Thank you, Spike Vegeta.
Alright, so right here, wow, hello? Okay. So a lot of people think that you have to do the trade quest to get the level 2 sword in this game. You don't. You just have to know which pattern to go to make the seasons go, and if you want an easy way to remember it, it's coldest to warmest. It's winter, fall, spring, summer, left, 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 left. It's really easy.
Yeah. In Ages, you do actually have to complete the quest, so in Ages speedrun, you don't get the sword.
Yeah. Ages speedrun, you beat the game with the level 1 sword.
Yeah. You might wonder if it's worth getting the sword since it took all the time and all the screen transitions, but it's just that good.
It is really, really good.
Yeah.
I should have. Oh, I did. Okay. Oh, that's interesting.
That guy hit you. No.
Yeah, he could just be on the stump.
Yeah. Well, he will hit you if you're on the stump despite height detection. I'm going to get these safety hearts because I do not like entering this dungeon without full hearts, and I don't think anyone does. You pretty much don't have your sword on for half the dungeon. You're just Pegasus seeds and feather, and you have to dodge stuff.
That was a mysterious old lady.
Yeah,
Just-
who was that? I
she
don't
just-
even know.
She just laughs at you and then goes away. That's pretty much what happens.
Got a $40 donation here from Ben Rock. First year watching, haven't managed to stop since SGDQ 14 started. Oracle of Seasons run convinced me to donate. Keep on running. Thank you for the donation.
It does do a lot of damage, so avoiding all those was really good.
Yeah.
They do a lot. I think they do a heart, which is pretty bad. In terms of enemy damage. Oh, come on. I always forget that the magnet balls are north, and then the ones that you, the switch things are south. I always forget that for some reason. Really?
Oh.
Nice. Okay. That's fine. thought I wasn't going north. I'm having difficulties turning the right direction for some reason. Alright, so this save quit right here, after I get this key, is going to skip a key. So it saves a good bit of time.
Probably the biggest like sequence break of the run.
Yeah, well, that's not true, but the biggest save quit sequence break.
There you go.
Alright, I don't know how I dodged those keys. Alright.
Okay.
I tried too hard to dodge that BMOS. I should just take it. Ooh,
Ooh,
nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Nope, Gipto, don't do it.
Those 3 tile jumps are really tricky.
Wow. Good avoiding of damage right there. It worked out really well for me. Nice. Nice. I didn't take damage. Alright. So we're about to get the level 2 boomerang, which is my favorite item in the game. Yes, I'm lame. But I like the way it works. Oops.
Down for blood.
You can always dodge that guy if you hold down left, but I forgot to hold down left, so, you know. But it worked out. Oops, I forgot to take my item off. Alright, so, you know, Armos are now really easy, and that Pegasus seed drop that I didn't get, whatever. Yeah, it's not LADX, but it's pretty strong. Level 1 is awful. The level 1 boomerang is terrible, but the level 2 is pretty good.
Alright, I guess we didn't really talk about that, but you get the level 1 boomerang from the Subrosia dance. I think if you do it once, you get it.
Yep.
And I think you're, I guess, kind of supposed to get it in order to get the first season. There's like a one tile pit and then a switch on the other side, but you can just throw a bomb across it. That was way early in the run, so don't worry about it.
I forgot about that. I've never done that with the
Same.
with the boomerang. I did get the boomerang in my first playthrough, but I never actually used it because it was terrible. Like the level 2 boomerang is such a good upgrade.
Yeah. So the nice thing about level 2 boomerang, for those of you who aren't really familiar, you can like control the direction it goes. So it's pretty cool.
This room.
The keys are not.
This room can be really annoying. Okay. Those things have a really bad hitbox. It's just like the front of the arrow will hit you and that's it. How many do I... Okay, I was just checking that. You need 5 seeds for this next room. Or, yeah. Nice. But you need 5 seeds, and if I don't have enough, I have to go get a seed drop.
So we've had several donations that want to be determined by the couch. So does the couch have something that they want to donate towards?
Blame TR for Skyward Sword File.
I agree with this.
Well, that's
Blame
already my runner's choice.
It's okay.
You guys are boring.
Well, has Metroid Prime 2 won yet?
It's like leading a lot.
Leading by about.
How about
It's
Metroid
like-
Fusion 1%? Has that been met?
Yeah, that's been that.
Dang.
Dang, okay, what about the Melee thing? Wasn't there like Melee finals or something? Alright, I guess blame TR.
We can discuss our glitch run, I guess. But that's probably.
That's a good one.
That was good. I don't know why I picked up that heart. Okay, so I'm about to get a key, and then you're gonna see another friendly LADX face, who has been upgraded to a mini boss, and he sucks. I hate him. Well, I guess I shouldn't say friendly, but he didn't really do much in LADX. Vire. Oh no, he started off with a bad pattern? Really? Alright, so the best pattern is he's supposed to charge at you 3 times. And I have never... Okay, I have, but he hardly ever doesn't charge the first 2 times right away. And he's...
Wow.
Wow!
Being a jerk.
And I didn't spin attack. I think I hit him twice though.
This boss is annoying.
This boss
like everything is annoying. He
Yeah.
flies off screen, and every time you hit him, he says something stupid.
And his text is really, really slow.
Yeah.
And he's in
But I have to hit
ages,
him
and he's
again
like just as
because I
annoying in that game too.
missed the spin attack, which is unfortunate. This is the worst boss, or the worst mini
Mini
boss, I
spots,
guess.
yeah.
He's awful.
Don't forget Big Dodger.
He's really RNG dependent, and that was probably the worst RNG I've ever gotten on that boss.
Yeah, in LADX, you could just one-shot him with the boomerang. It's pretty funny. Pretty sure you can one-shot him with a lot of things. Because LADX items are really dumb.
He, like I said, he normally charges the first two, guarantees. Also, this is RNG. I hardly ever don't see him charge the first two times. The third time he rarely ever charges, but you can, most of the time you can hit him when he's kind of almost off the screen, which is nice. If you use a seed there, you can get through that room without killing any of the hands, but you can't mess up your movement at all. Wow.
Ooh.
Alright, well, okay. So what I am kind of known for in this game is hitting all three of those switches at the same time, which isn't really hard, but you know, that's my claim to fame. And I failed, and that's awful.
But I'm surprised it didn't work. It looked good.
I was thinking about it too much. I was like... Oh, okay. Going to get a safety fairy because manhandle up takes a lot of damage, or gives me... I take a lot of damage on manhandle. Ooh, okay. I got a little stuck up there. I can usually hit a lot of the mouths on my first hit, but I got kind of stuck, so I wasn't able to throw the boomerang in time. Luckily you can like go through Manhandla, or at least when they're open, you can like go through, which is nice. Nice. Probably like try not to take damage. Nice. Alright, that was a pretty good fight.
Nice.
So Bananas is actually had history with that boss.
I already
and-
told my history.
Oh, I guess
I
I
already
wasn't
told my
paying
history about
attention.
how I'm terrible at that boss.
It's actually like a really hard boss. And that
Well-
was pretty good.
The thing about him is he doesn't have any RNG. His mouths open based on where you're standing. The ones that you are not facing will always open. Well, okay, his movement around the room is RNG, but
Yeah.
that's not that huge of a deal. Where am I going? There.
And I am seeing a lot of $20 donations here. Just a reminder that if you do donate $20 or more before the end of Oracle of Seasons, you are entered to win a prize pack that includes both Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages. So be sure to get your donations in quickly if you'd like to try to win that prize pack.
What I was trying to do the first time that I was in this room that's about to appear, there's a boomerang clip right here. I've never gotten it on console because console controls are hard. But you can just clip through those blocks with the boomerang. The task does a lot of boomerang clips, but that's the only one that we really use in the run. They're kind of hard. But that one, when you spawn there, you're pretty much set up perfectly for the clip. Otherwise, you pretty much have to set yourself up. Hello? Push it twice. This is also another hard part on controller for me. Pushing those blocks is hard. Alright, this part is really RNG dependent. It's like the star thing again. I have to fall down a hole with a skeleton head, and it can be in one of 4 places, except the RNG is way worse if you get 4th try here. Also, it's really hard to hold on to the skeleton head because enemies will spawn, and if an enemy hits you, nice.
That was good.
That's best RNG. If an enemy hits you, you will drop the skull, and sometimes you will drop him down the pit, and then you have to walk all the way back and get him, which is a pain. Okay. As you can tell, I like having my sword on B, and that confuses me sometimes when I try to put something else on B. Aladrima likes his sword on A, and I learn... Where did I just go, please? And I learned my item route off of him. So I had to tweak a lot of things in his item route because I just can't deal with sword on A. Especially not on a GameCube controller, like that button is so big and it's weird to have a sword there. I don't know why I went up. So the storyline of this part is you're fixing this bell for these pirates that I talked to earlier, the skeleton pirates, and then they're gonna take and the cutscene coming up is the longest cutscene in the game. And you'll know when it's gonna happen because this music will start playing. It's pretty good music, in my opinion. It's pretty underrated, but you can read donations during that time. To be honest, it's like a 2-minute cutscene, and it's unfortunate because there's not really a cutscene in this game where you don't. Oops, use that. Where you don't have to mash through. But it is the longest like cutscene besides the first one. Oh well, I'll be down 1 seed, that's not a big deal. Seeds aren't super tight in the 7th dungeon because there's a lot of seed refills in the dungeon. Nice. And this is the skeleton pirate scene that Hikage was talking about falling asleep during, by the way. Anyways, yeah, you can read donations now.
Alright, we've got a $5 donation from Sadib. Hey Bananas, I'm a longtime viewer, so I'm really proud of you for making it to SGDQ. Shout out to whoever designed that awesome Oracle Games t-shirt. The games have a special place in my heart, but Ages is clearly superior. Put my money to Bananas' choice.
He always comes in my stream and talks about how I should play Ages. Always.
We have $35 from Sen, Fortress Owner. Had to donate for my favorite Oracle game. Keep on saving those frames.
See, this music is really good.
We have $5 from Shadowfied, a Zelda game where you can jump freely. What is this sorcery? Keep up the great work, everybody.
Shoutouts to Zelda too.
Good point.
Yeah.
And the CDI game.
Let's not talk about those. My text mashing is god tier right now.
We have a $35 donation from Max B. Hey all, this is my 3rd donation of the event, but not my last. Just wanted to say thanks for keeping me entertained at work. I'm loving the season's run. Keep up the amazing work, and good luck everyone on their upcoming runs.
If you're wondering why they're spinning, they're seasick, and I can't answer how skeletons are seasick.
They're just really bad pirates.
They're really seasick, apparently.
Yeah, seasick pirates.
I have to sit here and watch all of them come in and be seasick. Good cutscene. Oh yeah. Somehow this boat gets from Subrosia to the like regular world. I don't.
It's magic. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Okay, whatever.
It goes like into the sand. It goes like underground, even though Subrosia is below the ground.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know.
Zelda. I always end up talking to that guy too much, so I mash B instead of A and B through that, so I don't end up talking to him 50 times. Alright. Okay, so, here comes the Dungeon of Hard Jumps, and I would call serious time, but you guys are already quiet, so it doesn't really matter.
We'll make sure to talk that you could call serious
Alright,
time.
thanks.
Yeah.
This dungeon, oh, I have full hearts. That has never happened before. This dungeon is really hard. Like, this is the hardest dungeon in the game. There's a lot of really hard jumps. It's really hard. Oh, I don't know why I wasn't seating there.
So yeah, that room, when all 4 torches go out, you get warped back to being in the dungeon, and you basically aren't really supposed to be able to get through it until after you beat the first mini boss.
Yep. Beating a mini boss turns lights on in certain areas. There's 3 mini bosses in this dungeon. Okay, I'll talk about this if I get it, after I get it. Alright, so that's called post-skip. It skips the first mini-boss in the dungeon. It's really hard. It's the
really
hardest trick in
hard.
the game.
Yeah.
And it's really nerve-wracking because you have those 4 torches going out, and it's the hardest trick in the game. And, yeah. So I decided I'll try it 3 times. And otherwise I'll just go get the key. It skips the key in a mini-boss. Yes.
Nice.
Oh my god. Okay. So that's the first hard jump of the dungeon. Alright, this next part is RNG, where you have to push an Armos on there. And, okay, I got pretty okay luck. But it can be in like the worst position ever, and you're pushing that Armos for like 10 seconds.
I think you do this room a couple times also. So.
Oh yeah, and also if you don't do post-skip, you do this room twice instead of once. Oops. Really? Alright, so there's my seed drops. I'm gonna come back and get another set of those after I do this part. Like I said, seeds aren't super tight in this dungeon. I didn't mean to jump there. I don't know how I didn't fall off.
And something nice about the level 2 sword there was that you can cut pots open with your sword instead of using the
Power bracelet.
Power bracelet, yeah. I always want to call it the heavy pushy, so yeah, that's the only 0.
Oh my god, the flippy cane.
And the flippy cane, yeah. So yeah, that's a nice time saver.
I died to Aquamentus and I got post-skip. Okay, I got a seed drop. That's interesting. That pot is usually a heart. How many seeds? 17. I'm just gonna go. No, I'll get it. I just want to be safe. Alright. I don't have enough for this, do I? I do! Miracles. And so now I have to fight this mini-boss with my sword on A. If I remember. But probably won't. I did. I hate sword on it. Oh, please. Okay. These mini bosses are kind of pushovers. The third one isn't a pushover though. The third one, it's a really big time loss if you lose to him, but yeah.
Basically, there's 2 ghosts in the dungeon, and you fight one, you fight the other, and in the third fight, you fight them both at the same time.
Alright, here comes the second set of hard jumps. That's fine. Really? I was doing that in practice too. Okay.
Nice.
This jump after I kill these Sulfos, to me, is the hardest jump in the game. I'm going to go for it once or twice, but chances are I probably won't make it. Yeah. You have to pretty much press feather on the last frame that you can make that jump. I'll go for it again, just cause why not? But another thing I'm infamous for is in all my runs I sit and spend like a minute on this jump when I should just go around.
Oh.
Yeah, like I said, it's
really hard.
pretty much like the last pixel that you can possibly do. So I'm just gonna go around now. It's not really, it's like a 10.
Being controlled by the RMG.
Wow, okay. Well,
I like how they spawned all the way over there too.
it's like a 10-second time loss to just go around. And for me, it's probably not a time loss since I spend like 30 minutes on that jump. But this jump used to be really hard for me too.
Yeah.
Alright, well,
They're
that
both
works too.
3-tile jumps for some reason. That one's a lot easier.
Yeah. I don't know why that one is so hard. Like, it's just a 3-tile jump. You should think it shouldn't be that hard, but
Maybe this one like is it one of the only like horizontal 3 tiles?
I think it is.
Yeah. So maybe
I
that's
guess
just
vertical 3 tiles are easier.
Yeah.
Yep, it is a hard jump, and no matter how much I practice it, I still fail.
So the level 2 feather is Rock's Cape, which is probably most people's favorite item in this game.
Yeah, a lot of people love this thing. It's pretty good. I think a lot of people are sad that Aegis doesn't have it, which, I mean, Aegis would probably be a lot more broken if it had it. Okay, here's the actual mini-boss. After the other 2 you were supposed to fight. They're gonna blow out the torches. If they blow out all 4, you go back to the entrance. It's okay, you can tell when they're gonna attack or blow the torch out. The only bad thing is it's kind of hard to get a spin attack when there's, wow, both of them. And they get killed in like 3 spin attacks or something. So optionally you want to get like both of them in one hit and then do spin attacks, but it's kind of hard to do that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of whiz ropes in these terms, but they don't matter all that much, luckily. Oh yeah, this is the Aegis puzzle. This is pretty much how the end of the game in Aegis is, except it's a lot easier in this game. Because, you know, this isn't a puzzle game.
Yeah. The cape plus the magnet glove has some really cool stuff.
Yeah, that always looks like super cool. Nice.
Nice, all 3.
I'm surprised I got that because of height detection.
That was a really good room.
Yeah, that was good. Oops. Oh. Alright, I'll try it again. Alright. Those jumps in that room are my favorite, because I'm actually good at them and they look really cool.
Yeah, it's like when you get the Rock's Cape, I feel like the jumps don't really get any easier, they just get longer.
And, like, you have to adjust yourself, because now you're jumping a lot farther.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Like, that would be really easy to make with Rock's Feather, obviously, because it's just a 1-tile jump, but Rock's Cape, I think you jump like 3 tiles. So it's like, oh come on. it's really stupid, yeah.
So this is
Like, jumping on trampolines with Rock's Cape is hard.
So this is the easiest sequence break in the game.
Oh yeah, you just hold right. Anyone can do it.
Yeah, go. You can do this at home.
It's like, that's the second Mega Man cameo, you know, just hold right. Alright, so we're coming up on my favorite boss in the game. I don't remember what his name is. Starts with a G. Someone will probably know from Zelda 1 when they see him. I keep trying to call him the freaking fish boss from Majora's Mask.
Whatever.
No.
No.
Georg or whatever.
Yeah.
What a name.
Gleeok.
Gleeok,
Gleeok.
yeah. That's it.
It's this point, it's not a 20-headed Gleeok. Badass, the Zelda classic.
Nice.
That's my favorite boss to fight. It's like really fun and really fast.
Yeah. For those who play the original Zelda, you go into that boss, you kill the heads, and that's it. And then you're like, oh yes, I beat the boss. Then he explodes, and all of a sudden, his like zombie corpse comes out and stuns you and just destroys you. And you're like, what the heck?
Zardragon?
It's like Brockamire or something.
Alright, so that's Dungeon 7. That's the hardest dungeon in the run, like I said. Glad to have that over with. I was pretty stressed out about that.
Yeah, that went pretty well.
Yeah, it went pretty okay. Could have gone much worse.
I've got a $50 donation here from Tampa's Blanket. And the comment says, "Can anyone turn me back into a human, please?"
Use the mystery seed.
Yeah, mystery seed. Oh, I guess we never explained what the seeds like are for people who haven't played this game
Yeah,
before.
I guess I can explain. Okay, so we have, well, I pick up 4 types of seeds. There's 5 types of seeds. The one I'm using is obviously Pegasus seeds. It makes you go fast. There's also Ember seeds. It sets things on fire. And then there's Mystery seeds, which can turn into any of the other 4 seeds. Well, it can't turn into scent seeds if you haven't picked them up, but it can turn into any of the seeds that you have in your pouch.
It's completely random.
Also, let me do this jump and then I'll keep talking. This is a hard jump too. Oops. Of course, let me... These guys. Nice.
Nice.
No.
Yeah, you're supposed to have Moosh to go that way to get that shortcut, so...
Or you can just change the season too. It's really slow though.
Yeah.
And okay, so then there's mystery. I talked about that. Scent seeds. They can like lure enemies. Like if there's some in that room I was in Dungeon 7 where I killed a bunch of enemies and then a key spawned. You could just use a scent seed and they'd follow the scent seed and just walk off by themselves. That's pretty much the only room that scent seeds save time in this game, so that's why we don't get them. They save time and ages because there's a big skip you can do with them. And then Gale seeds can warp you to any tree in the game, or that you've visited in the game, I guess I should say.
Yeah. The scent seeds are like the bait from classic Zelda. Also, that guy is just chucking stuff into the...
What did he chuck? Do you know?
He chucked a fish and a huge rupee.
Okay, it wasn't bananas.
Yeah,
Good.
there was no bananas.
Okay,
He can throw in like heart pieces and stuff, and then you feel terrible.
So every time I've ever run this game, anytime that guy has chucked in bananas, I've lost my run in Dungeon 8. Anytime that guy has chucked in bananas.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he's just like throwing me
Under the bus.
wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently. Because Moosh is bad luck. Alright, so these are some pretty cool jumps. They're a little hard, but once you do them, you're... Also, a lot of times I will use too many seeds. Trying to do that first jump I did, it was like 6 tiles or whatever. So I won't be able to do these jumps because you have to have 15 seeds going into Dungeon 8. So I'm really glad I got that on the first seed, so I was able to do those.
This Lionel right here,
Yeah.
he can be a huge troll. He's like in the bottom corner.
All of them can be huge trolls.
Yeah.
They all are mean.
Did you turn on the Game Boy yet?
I'll turn it on later. It's fine.
Got a $5 donation from Bosby. Hi, bananas.
That's it?
That's it.
Hi, Bosby. He couldn't come. He went on another trip. That stinks that I messed up my items in like Dungeon 4. Alright, these are the worst enemies in the game. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are really difficult to hit. If you don't do post skip, you actually have to kill 2 of those in Dungeon 7. And
Yeah.
like I said, they're
The intended way to kill them is to magnet them in and
Yeah.
smack them, which is really annoying.
Also, when they're transforming, they don't have a hitbox and you can't hit them,
Yep.
which is cool. Dungeon 8 is, okay, it's difficult, but it's like a nice relaxer from Dungeon 7.
He's
Yeah, keys in these side-scrolling parts are always terrible. Especially in this dungeon. This dungeon, I'm pretty sure, is where keys
wow,
troll
they
the
were
most.
really nice there. Yeah, there's spinning pinwheel things are kind of interesting dungeon mechanic. You've seen them in the past ones, but every time you go through it, they change clockwise, counterclockwise.
Yeah.
So they'll like go through the same one like twice in the same direction. They get to go in the right clockwise or counterclockwise.
They confused me a lot in my first playthrough.
Yeah. Like in speedrun, you just kind of just go through the rooms in order. You don't have to think about it.
That was a little skip.
Yeah, you're also gonna go
Yeah,
like,
you're
that
not supposed
way.
to do that.
Yeah, you like get it down like half a tile and squeeze in there.
Oh my gosh, I pressed the wrong direction. Okay. So here's another kind of hard jump. Especially when I have my cape on A.
Yeah. Sorry.
Those keys are really weird. They have height detection. I know that for sure. Like those fire keys can't hit you if you're on the ground until they like release their fire on you, which is annoying.
And then they turn to normal keys.
Yeah, then they turn to normal keys and their fire's sitting there, and if you're stuck in like a tile, you just get hit by it 60 times. It's awful. That happens to me a lot when I'm doing that, that magnet ball thing, that little magnet ball trick I just did. It happens to me all the time. It's terrible. I really hope I picked up the triple seed shooter. Okay, I did. My last practice run, I went up to the chest and then forgot to actually, so that was good.
The dark nuts in this room can be kind of trolly.
Yeah, especially with the anti-fairies or whatever. I don't know how that didn't hit me. I guess I damage boosted through it.
Yeah, you were still in iframes.
Yeah, when you get hit by one of these, you can't use your sword.
Yeah, they're called bubbles.
Okay, those things
Yeah,
then.
unless they change the name. Seasons
Yeah,
like made
anti-fairy is the one that turned into fairy, you're right.
Yeah, I don't know. They changed some of the names and models between this game and the other Zelda 2D games. Yeah, it's weird, but the jinxes make it so you can't use your items.
This is Frypolar, and he's a pretty cool, gimmicky boss. I like him. Well, mini boss, I guess. I think he's interesting. Except when he does that. Oh, I changed him. Cool. When he when he shoots this thing like really far away, it's really hard to change him. A lot of people probably thought that the way to beat this boss was to hit him when he's in ice form with ember seeds, but that takes a really, really long time. So I didn't know this either, but you can do that. And just, there you go.
Alright. You can get pulled by the keys there.
Yeah, that was good.
So if they block any of those shots, then you have to basically wait for the all torches to go out and redo the room.
This is the worst room in the game.
Yeah, that's ice physics.
Shoutouts to ice physics.
Yeah,
There's nothing you can do to make it better.
The only Zelda game where like ice physics are bearable is A Link to the Past, because you can control your movement with the sword.
Yeah, the speedrun ice physics are like so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't recycle that.
Because they hate us. Okay, that was pretty okay, I guess. This room is terrible. And the next underground I'm about to go in is really terrible too. There's so many keys.
Keys plus ice.
Keys plus ice physics, yeah.
And conveyor belts. Yeah. Cool combos.
I'm gonna stand here. You can make this jump with the Pegasus Seed, but you have to adjust yourself because these guys are really finicky. And I'd rather be safe. Oops. How did that happen? I hate getting hit by something when you're on the ice. It's just terrible. Just getting knocked everywhere. This is a hard jump too. I'll try it once. Nope. There you go. There's your one time. No, I'll try it again.
Nice.
Alright, here's the return of Ricky's flute, and it's over. I used those to kill those bunny ear
Yeah,
guys.
they're called bulls, boy.
Yeah, those guys.
Yeah.
Where's the keys? Okay.
Where the flute actually does kill them, unlike the original Zelda.
Yeah.
The manual says it does.
I guess I don't really need a fairy, but 1.5 hearts is worth it, right? Nice. Oh no, it was on B.
Yeah,
Okay.
Those anti-fairies confuse me because they're the model of the spark, so it's just like...
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
why I
don't
got
know.
confused too. Oh, he gave me the pattern I always get.
Every time.
I told you, I always get this pattern. In practice, I was getting these other patterns that I never get. This is random, by the way. You have to follow his pattern to get a key. And he can do one of a few patterns. I think this one's probably the slowest one, but it doesn't really matter that much. The others aren't that much faster. Okay. So, really, to me, this dungeon is split into 2 dungeons. You do the first part where you have the fire section, which I guess is why it's called Sword and Shield Dungeon. And now you're in the ice part. Oh, this blue guy, he hates me.
Wizard, please.
And what you're trying to do is there's an underground, which you'll see in a second, and you have to freeze it so that Link can walk over it to get to the boss room. And you have to do this a lot of like 5 times or something. So to me, it really feels like 2 separate dungeons, because there's 2 totally different things you're doing.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of sword and shield, you don't get the shield at all in this run, which is sad. Can't shield to the music.
You can sword to the music and shovel to the music.
Yeah, and lose time.
Huh?
And
You
lose
lose
time.
Yeah, but not in the hide and seek places.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that you would still lose time with this
Equipping
field.
it.
If it works like the magnet gloves do, like the magnet gloves you can change, but you walk a little, like you pause for a millisecond when you change it.
Do you walk at a half speed when your shield's out?
What?
Do you walk at half speed when your shield's out?
Wait, what?
You walk at half speed.
Oh, I doubt it. I don't
Oh.
know. I have no
It's
idea.
the same speed.
I've never got the shield.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
The only Zelda game I know of that slows your speed when you have the shield out is Minish Cap.
Okay.
And the 3D ones, of course.
Yeah.
Thank you, level 2 sword. I'm gonna get this just to be safe.
On most GD games, your shield's always out. So
Yeah.
So this part right here, we're just collecting keys, pretty much, and then we'll go back to throwing the ice blocks into the fire. Yeah. So there's 2 more ice blocks, and then we go fight the only original boss in this game. And she's really beautiful. This blue guy. He doesn't want me to have any fun. Neither do the red guys.
Got a $35 donation from 2 Senses. It says, "Keep up the great work. Thank you for the donation." Also have $5 from Daru Daru. "I hope Bananas goes back to speedrunning Putt-Putt someday. I miss Baby Beep. These $5 go to Super Metroid Glitched Any %. Congrats on Skip, Ivan."
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be pretty hype.
Oh man. Ooh, these guys are in a nice position. They usually troll me. Something to note is I'm really careful about those throws because you can clip that ice block into the top corner of the fire pit, and then you have to go back and get another one, and it's a huge time waste, and I can't believe they didn't figure that out when they were programming this game. Okay. So now we're on our way to the boss room to fight Medusa Head. And she is lovely. Wow. Alright, I'll take it. Here she is in all her glory. Oh, please. I'm not gonna fight her with the flute. Oh my gosh. It's okay. We're dancing, don't worry. This happens to me all the time. It's okay. So she's Medusa because she can stun you with those and turn you to stone. I don't know how I didn't get stunned there. I usually completely rocks cape. Come on, Medusa. Just to be safe. Alright. She's a pretty easy boss. It's pretty easy to lose time on her though if you go dancing with her. But I figured I'd take her out on a nice date before I killed her. Okay. Need to get the seed. I should turn on the Game Boy. Alright. Also, the entrance to this dungeon is like my favorite dungeon entrance ever. It looks hilarious. Look at that volcano. He's so angry.
I would be angry too if I was a volcano.
Yeah, probably. Alright. Don't worry, I'm getting the seed. Maple. I don't usually get her on that screen.
This kind of like unrelated, that reminds me. When you do a linked run, you can enter in, you get a password when you beat the game, and you keep your same animal companion from the first game to the second game. But you can actually kind of just like make up your own code and type it in, and you get like weird results. And you can get some like really strange things that aren't actual companions. Yeah. Most of them will, I think, will just crash the game.
Yeah, I think they do.
But I know there's one where it will just summon Maple. That one's pretty cool.
There's one that only told me about that was really funny, but I don't remember what it was. These games are just
I think one of them starts like the cutscene for like the credits.
Oh, really?
Or like it causes like when during the credits, like you have like various like animals like jump around the place, and like they just little like sprites go around the screen or something like that.
Oops, sorry. That probably looks really bad. I'm surprised I haven't done that before now. I've been like trying to keep my fingers away from the R button. I don't know when to mash here, so I just mash through the whole thing. Okay, I probably should wait before I wear myself out. Oh wow, who is this?
Mysterious
I've never seen
people
them before.
are
I
reveal themselves
never-
as Tunrova, and they're like, ha ha ha, you suck.
I never expected them to be in this game.
Yeah. For those who aren't really familiar, I guess we've talked about it, haven't, but you can beat the two Oracle games in any order, and if you beat them both, then you unlock like the true ending.
Yeah, you can fight Twinrova and Ganon if you complete the Link's game.
And there's a special extra dungeon.
Yeah,
Save Princess Zelda and get the
Here's
Triforce and all that jazz.
So in practice, I was practicing Onyx, and I got bodied by this room, or by these sets of rooms. I went through them at least like 5 times.
Yeah, specifically the wall masters.
Yeah, I got caught by the wall masters a billion times. Here's Facade again.
So fire's good. You can
That's
get 3
good,
bombs
yeah.
in. Just not holes.
Nice.
Okay, nice.
Good art.
wow, that's nice.
Alright, I'm gonna get some safety bombs here.
How the best of my friends.
And then I'm gonna pick up some Pegasus seeds. And I picked up other seeds just because they were there. Oh, that was not right. I would like my sword on. Don't judge me. Alright, that was a good first phase. Okay. I'll hit her. So, I guess I should explain that. You can double hit Onyx if you hit him and hit Din, but you take damage, obviously.
You're supposed to use the rod to knock her away and never get damaged, but
Yeah.
it's worth taking a hit to get the extra hits in.
So
Yeah.
those of you who have played Mega Man X1 probably recognize this boss.
He's a little...
It's Sigma.
There's a lot faster strats, but I haven't been able to do them since I switched to console, so... I just stick to hitting him and not dying.
Nice.
Okay. What's he gonna do? Good.
Also, there's a way to hit this boss on a certain frame and he just keeps dropping down his hand. It's weird.
It's like the very last frame you can hit him. You can just chain him.
Yeah. Never seen it before, but
I did it
it's a
once,
thing.
but I didn't do it completely.
Aw.
What the heck? I jumped on his hand. Yeah, that's the thing about the blue fire, is sometimes you'll go too far over and he'll go over to where you are, so you can't get to the other side to jump on his hand. Which is unfortunate, but it's not a huge deal. I try not to go for the chaining now, because if you miss it, you're going to hit his hand, and that's going to do damage, and I'd rather not get damaged if I had to choose. Okay, this is a bad pattern. He should have dropped his hand after that.
Being a jerk.
Yeah. I usually just do one attack and then drop his hand, but sometimes he'll do two, which is when he's being mean. That damage boost. Alright.
Ooh, that's a good angle.
Oops. Time is probably coming up soon. I haven't been counting. Oh wow, please. He went up, so I missed that. Alright.
Time's
Time.
Fine. Nice.
Alright. I think that might be exactly the time Tampa got. 2:03:20. Let's not talk about that. But yeah, that was Oracle of Seasons.
Let's just say an emulator is really fast.
I have the console world record.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, blame TR Skyward
Yeah.
Sword.
Yeah, we're boring.
Sword name.
All right, well, that was Oracle of Seasons with Bananas. Coming up, we've got the one more time round of applause. Coming up next, we've got the first-person shooter block. Stay tuned for Looking at the Ground in GoldenEye with Bass Boost. After that, watch Peaches Die in Doom 64. Followed by Master Chief in Halo Combat Evolved with Goat Rope. Stick around, it's Summer Games Done Quick 2014 live from Colorado. We'll be right back.